Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Four Corners Podcast. I'm Colin.
I'm Zach.
Steven.
Scott.
We're going to be discussing hockey playoffs and basketball playoffs. Now, unfortunately, the hockey playoffs
This man going to be a Colin thing.
is going to be a me thing. I mean, one hockey fan here. So we'll go shortly through that, and then we'll go to the basketball stuff because the four of us know a lot more about basketball, and I'm the only one who knows anything about hockey. So, before we get to all that, go.
Well,
Go with the sponsors.
Well, I've really just got one shout out I want to give for this week, and that's to a mutual friend of Stephen and I's, Josie. Her and her husband have started a tinting business for cars. It is called Ezekiel Window Tinting, and it is located on 3210A Olympia Drive, Lafayette, Indiana.
I know where that is.
And they are open, but they're going to do a grand opening special. I believe a little bit down the line, they're getting a few things situated. They do have a Facebook page. You can like them on Facebook. Ezekiel Window Tinting is the title for their page. So go ahead and give them a like there. They do a lot of really good work. They've posted pictures of several cars that they've tinted. And they do various types of tints on pretty much all cars. And knowing Josie as long as we have, she's a sweetheart and absolutely nice person. And Hugo's pretty cool too. I've only met Hugo once.
He's cool as shit.
Yeah. But if you also want to give them a call to check on anything, they do have a phone number you can reach them at 765-430-3911. And that's all I have for that. Colin?
Oh yeah. So recorded the Kirby episode of Let's Play with Sean Games.
How'd that go?
It went well. It was a little over an hour. It was like an hour and 10, and then the ending's pretty good. It fucking aired out at the very end. So Sean and I just looked at each other like, well, I guess that's the end of that game. So,
You didn't do the plugging in the last 10 minutes.
no, the plugging was at the very, very beginning, like the first 30 seconds or something like that. And Sean's gonna do a couple things for that. So it comes out Tuesday. So it should be. So in other words, it should be out by the time this podcast is out. So once
So
you're
we're
done
talking about the same day release, or?
ours are usually released by Wednesday morning.
Mhm.
And his will be released, he told me, Tuesday afternoon, probably around 2 or 4, so I guess it really doesn't matter, because by the time this is out, it'll be up. So once you're done watching the podcast, go check it out. Make sure to watch the podcast first, though.
Well, we could also put a link in the description for ours so they could go into
Right.
Sean's as well.
Yeah, if worse comes to worse, go down to the bottom of the screen, there should be a playlist of Let's Plays. Just click on the Sean
You
Games.
can find them in there.
Yeah, pretty easy.
So do you want to get this hockey?
Oh my god. I'm so happy we get to talk about hockey. So freaking happy. All right,
By
so
we, he means him.
Yeah,
I
no kidding.
mean me. So Pittsburgh is beating the Flyers right now, 5:04 in the second, which is disappointing to me, because
Yay, Pittsburgh, yay!
Yay!
get the fuck out of here.
So
Sidney Crosby needs to fucking.
when did the playoffs start?
Piss
Is it
off.
like
He's
Thursday?
fucking Canadian, eh?
I don't give a flying donkey fuck. He plays for Pittsburgh and he's a piece of shit. He can fuck off.
When did the playoffs start?
They
They
started.
already started.
They started
Oh,
a
I
couple
know.
days ago. They started, I believe, Thursday.
Yeah. Because the
Most-
NBA started yesterday.
Today.
Most of the
Yesterday,
games
yeah.
are.
Yesterday.
Most of the games, except for Columbus and let me make sure it's right. I think the Capitals are at Game 3 already. Washington and Columbus are on Game 1. They're starting Game 2 tonight at 7:30. But
Because the Knights have already gone up 2-0, right, on the Kings?
They
Or
are
is
2-0.
Is it? Okay, I
yeah,
can't
they're beating the
remember.
Kings, which brings me great joy.
Which,
as a Blackhawks
for
fan.
them to do that in their first season, there's only been, 4 teams to do that, make the playoffs their first inaugural season?
No, I don't think any team's ever made the playoffs in their inaugural season.
No, because
They've
I
got
was
it.
reading a headline to where other teams have done it. Because it was like the Kings, the Oilers, and another team did it too.
I mean, obviously, any team that was in the original 6 probably made it.
Yeah.
I haven't looked that far back to see how the playoffs worked back in 1926 or whatever. So,
Right.
that's when it started.
Well, you're the pointed hockey guru of the group. So
I'm-
who do you think is going to win?
The Knights.
I want the Knights.
I want the Knights to win. I really do. I think they are riding some sort of weird wave of momentum. They scored over 100 points in the standings. As far as I don't know how if you guys know about how they do scoring. I know he does. But essentially, for those who don't know, you get 2 points for a win, 1 point for an overtime loss, and 0 points for a regulation loss. So essentially you get 50 wins, you've got 100 points. It happens regularly, but it's never. I don't believe it's ever happened for a team that started. Actually, it hasn't. They broke several records this year. They've had the most wins by
An expansion
an
team.
expansion team, most points by an expansion team. I mean, they've been amazing. That entire team. I actually, when we did fantasy, I started picking up Vegas players because I don't think we thought they were going to be any good. But Carlson has been amazing.
What were
on that
we
team.
wrong?
Yeah. Carlson's been amazing. Holla just scored a double overtime goal to win last night, which was freaking astounding. That team has just been on fire. I think they're going to probably make it through to the Western Conference Finals. Nashville is their biggest threat. Nashville is very strong. They were the best team in the National Hockey League this year as far as points are concerned. They've been strong. I don't want them to win because I don't like Nashville because they're in Chicago's division. So the farther they can stay away from the playoffs. Lightning is a strong team. I believe they're the 1 seed in the East. But they're a very good team. They've been to the the Stanley Cup Finals before. Almost said World Series. They've been to the Stanley Cup Finals before. They lost to the Blackhawks, thank God, because they're not as good as the Blackhawks. And unfortunately, all my teams aren't in it, so it's really disappointing to me.
I would be very surprised if Pittsburgh doesn't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think Pittsburgh will make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't want them to.
This will sound really bad, but who won last year?
Who won?
I thought
Pittsburgh has
Pittsburgh.
won 2 in a row. They've won the past 2 Stanley Cups.
And how strong of a chance is it they make a three-peat?
It's probably very good.
Decent. They've got a decent shot. They haven't really lost a lot of pieces. They still have Crosby in there. Hopefully he.
And would you say
disappears.
Crosby's the best player in the playoffs?
No. He's the worst player. I hope he gets kidnapped.
Without scrutiny.
He can get sent to North Korea or Russia or somewhere else.
What
Somewhere
a
that's not
dick.
us.
Siberia.
My thought.
Send him to Siberia. There you go. I'm not a fan of him, and I'm not a fan of Ovechkin. So, as far as I'm concerned, pissed on both of them. I don't like either one. The Bruins are doing a good job. They destroyed Toronto 7-3 last night, but I don't like Boston. So,
Toronto has a good.
Shocking.
I don't like the Bruins. Sorry.
He hates pretty much everything that's not the Blackhawks.
That's why I was going with it too. I'm like,
I have a laundry list of teams I hate
Shocking.
in the national. What? If they're any team that's played them recently in the Stanley Cup Finals, I automatically hate because we had to play them. And then any team in their division, plus the Ducks and the Kings. So
Because Missy. Whoa, never mind. Never mind.
no, that's fine. Well, yes, because
Quack quacks.
No, she talks so much about them.
Well,
And
I
it's
didn't
just
want to
so,
name. I
it's,
didn't.
when
I
somebody
didn't want to name drop.
well,
so
it's whatever. Like, so when somebody talks a lot about a team,
You automatically
you
hate
want
them.
them you want them to lose
Just
automatically.
fucking die.
Yeah. Like, just please lose, like, all the time. So, yeah, Anaheim unfortunately made it in. They are losing to San Jose, though, 2-0, so, in that series. So
Jason's actually a huge fan of
The Sharks?
Sharks, yeah. He's
Yeah.
from, I think, that area.
yeah. Well,
Bailey's from that area.
it's a good thing I beat him in our fantasy league. Yeah.
Get
In our
it out,
fantasy
Colin.
league, I'm sorry. In our fantasy league, because I hate San Jose too.
So it's pretty much to say like any team but Chicago and Las Vegas right now.
Ottawa.
He don't like.
In Ottawa.
I like
I said
Ottawa.
right now though.
I like
Is Ottawa in the playoffs? No.
no. I like any team from Canada. I'll root for a team from. There's not as many teams.
But
from
you
Canada.
won't root for a goddamn Canadian who's playing right now.
I don't like him.
He's one of your countrymen.
Jesus.
It's not him. We don't claim him.
What would
We
you
don't
do?
claim Justin Bieber. We don't claim.
What would
Sidney
you do
Crosby.
if he got traded to the Blackhawks?
I'd root for him.
That sounds
Score
like
all the goals!
that sounds like hypocrisy to me.
He's on my team now. Like if LeBron James went to fucking
Boston?
went to Boston. I hate LeBron, but go LeBron! Win all the games No.
We'll get into that here
in like
a second.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right now, Tampa Bay leads their series 2-0 over the Devils.
Devils suck.
I believe somebody that we
New
know
Jersey.
likes the Devils, so
New Jersey.
let's root against the Devils.
Well, that person's opinion is irrelevant. So.
Damn.
Fucking get shit on whomever. Nationals up 2-0. They just won 5-4 last night. Bruins are up 2-0. They won 7-3. Dropped a fucking touchdown on them. By the way, Pittsburgh shut out Philly game 1 7-zip.
Yeah, I seen
And
that.
then Philly turned around and beat them 5-1 the next game. So this has been a high-scoring fucking series for those two. Sharks beat the Ducks 3-2 last night. They're up 2-0, thank God. The Flyers are on power play. Go ahead and score, Flyers. We don't like Pittsburgh.
And by we, he means him.
Yeah. You guys don't know. Wild are beating the Jets 2-0. I think Wild are probably going to be a solid contender for it.
I'll put it this way:
Minnesota.
if your name is affiliated at all with the Jets, you're going to suck.
Winnipeg's not bad. Winnipeg's a pretty good team. They've been to the playoffs a couple times recently.
They're Jets. They suck.
Jets. Suck.
Just expect to suck.
Well,
There's the acronym.
concerning facts. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Actually, Winnipeg are up 2-0. So the Jets are.
This is bullshit.
How do you flip this?
I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at it right. Winnipeg's up
Obviously.
2-0. And then.
I retract the just expect to suck.
Yeah. I just wanted you to look like a jackass. Columbus is up 1-0, thank God, on Washington, so Ovechkin can have his usual first-round outage like he has every year because he's terrible, and so is his team, which I'll be happy about because I hate the Capitals.
That's one of like the rest of the league you hate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I just really
Okay,
If it's
now,
not
so
Chicago,
wait, hang
I
on,
really
hang on,
hate
hang
them.
on. What if Ovechkin got traded to the Blackhawks?
I'd switch teams.
Oh, okay, so that's actually a hatred. Okay,
I actually now want to see this.
I do too, actually.
I'll be an Ottawa fan. I've got a backup
He
team.
would shit if Patrick Kane got dealt in that. Look at the tears.
It'd be your fault. That's what you fucking draft. That's why the Blackhawks didn't make the fucking playoffs this year. You drafted him in our fantasy league. You're not allowed to have Kane anymore.
I know like 4 people in hockey.
So it's got the Travis syndrome.
Yeah,
Got it.
piece of shit. It's your fucking fault.
Oh, well, who do you want me to draft next year?
Nobody from the Blackhawks.
I'll tell you what. Give me Crosby and Ovechkin to start the league,
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
and then I win the championship because they're good.
Well, it'd be about time. You haven't won.
This is one season.
Yeah, and you got beat by the master. The champ.
It's a
The
baby.
champ is here. I did. I won. I beat
Master
him.
baby.
No. See, here's the thing. This piece of shit sat there before the playoffs started and went. It's between me and Jason.
We were the most dominant teams all
Between me
year.
and Jason, I beat both of them. I destroyed Jason too. It was great, and he was sitting there all like this is fine. I destroyed him the last time. I beat him 3-1 in the series though, and beat him in the.
But let the record show I did beat the master at least once.
Yeah,
So it
I had
was
to
not
give you a
clean
freebie. I didn't want you to quit.
I beat you by 280.
That's fine. Didn't have to play.
I mean, Ted clock's right twice a day.
Yeah.
Shut up, Marlins lover.
And let's be real, I won the Stanley Cup, so no big deal.
Yeah.
Champs here.
Okay.
Oh, Scotty's just salty because he was so cocky going to the playoffs and he ran into me. I won like the last 5 straight games to beat him too. It's great.
So do you have anything to wrap up the hockey portion?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Vegas wins it.
Really?
I really want them to win it. I think they've got a good
Who
shot.
they
They've
play
got
in
a
the
good
East?
team. Who do they play in the East?
Yeah.
I really hate to say this. Probably,
Pittsburgh.
Probably Pittsburgh.
Uh,
It's probably going to be Pittsburgh. Their team is good. It's not as good as it has been in the past, but it's still pretty damn good. So we'll see.
So
Go
that
Vegas.
we'll transition into basketball playoffs, which are currently going on right now.
Yay, basketball.
Which is funny because in the basketball league, I won.
Yeah.
And I stomped your ass out to do it.
was
Yeah, but I
the
wasn't.
advantage?
Yeah, but in total fairness, I didn't run around saying that I was the favorite to win. So.
But it also is worth noting that was an undefeated season. That's the first time I've ever won undefeated in any fantasy league.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to get that. But
All right. moving
back
on
to real life
something
real life
that we
basketball.
actually care about.
Fuck
We only
off.
care when I win.
So we'll go around the table here. We'll break down these matchups. We'll start with Colin.
It's in the
We'll start with the East.
Oh. Oops.
Up first, the Raptors versus the Wizards, and the Raptors are up 1-0 on on the Wizards. Their game was last night. Colin, who do you think wins this, and in how many games?
I think it's a clean sweep.
Queen.
The Queen Sweep.
It's a queen sweep. Yeah.
Queen sweep.
It's a clean sweep.
So you
Queen
think-
sweep for folks
so you-
at home.
you think
Queen
the-
sweep.
Raptors are just going to bust out the burn.
Yeah, I mean it's a 1 versus 8 seed. I know this isn't necessarily guaranteed, but they shut up.
It is only
Shut up, Marlins fan.
I'm sorry, a 16 seed beat
Hold on.
a 1 seed in the NCAA.
This-
Anything's possible.
How many
No.
times has that happened?
In
Once-
exactly.
In the NBA, this has only happened, I believe, twice, where the 8 seed has actually beat the 1 seed.
The last time I remember was
It's
the
once or
Warriors.
twice, but I know it's one of
The
those.
last time I remember was the Warriors beat the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So you're thinking a clean sweep for the Raptors, moving on to the next round.
Yeah, I mean Lowry's really good.
DeRozan,
DeRozan,
Valanciunas.
Ibaka's not bad. They've got a solid team. Their bench is pretty decent. I don't think they're gonna make it all the way, but I think they've got a good team to get easily through to the second round, no problem.
Zach, same question to you.
I've got Raptors in 4.
Ah,
Another sweep.
boom. Somebody agrees.
I like John Wall, don't get me wrong, and Bradley Beal, but I don't think they have enough firepower.
Steven's got them in 7 games.
Steven?
I got them in 5.
Ah.
Raptors. I still think the Wizards will always take 1 because at the end of the season, the Raptors were not playing the best basketball. They were blowing like leads left and right. I mean, granted, a couple of games were to the Cavs, but still, if you're trying to go in as a 1 seed and want to be a dominant force, you need to close out the games and be able to close them out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they won't win it all, or win the series, excuse me, but I still think the Wizards will get 1, and it'll probably be the 1 to send it into Toronto. That's just me, though.
By the way, the Pacers are leading by 21 at this point.
Good. Let's add another 21. Let's send a statement. I'm going to go, this will be a unanimous thing. I'm going to take the Raptors, but I'm going to take the Raptors in 6. Again, going back to John Wall and Bradley Beal. John Wall is a damn fine player. Probably, I would put John Wall
He's probably the quickest player.
in the top 10 in the league in terms of skill.
Going to 6 games.
I think they get him in 6.
Listen, it's basketball. Basketball's not that fucking exciting until the last set. I mean, they proved it last year. I think in the semifinals, hockey went into overtime like 4 or 5 different times, and then they had one game that was more than 1 score, like in the semifinals. And basketball in the semifinals, there was none. All of them were double-digit scores. And I was like, why do people fucking watch this? Just check the scores on ESPN at the end. It's much better. Like, you don't have to sit through 3 hours of somebody dominating another team. So, I don't know.
I mean, it happens. I mean, you can get games where you get blown out. And
God, but in the playoffs, in the semifinals, all of the games, like, that's fucking...
What game
It's
was
abysmal.
this?
It was all of them, like last year. Like every series, like all 4 or 8 teams at that point, every single win was by over 10 points or some fucking crap like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
All right.
Parity. Yeah.
That's fair. So everybody has the
I'll
Raptors advancing to the next round. The next game will be the number 4 seed Cavs versus the number 5 seed Pacers. Colin, who wins and in how many games?
Pacers in 6.
Pacers and wow.
Pacers in 6. They beat them in the series 3-1. Yes, Cleveland got some weapons in.
They got shooters. What LeBron needs.
In the trade. Yeah, because LeBron can't shoot. I'm just shitting on LeBron. I know he's a good player.
You and Skip Bayless will get along like father and son.
We be best friend. The Pacers. I can't pronounce his name. I'm probably gonna fuck this up, but
Oladipo?
Yeah,
Victor Oladipo.
that dude has
He's
become
good.
a fucking star overnight. He's played very good ball.
We knew that
Nobody
trade.
predicted the Pacers to even be fucking relevant this year, and they're playoff worthy. And I have them going to the second round easily. Well, not so easily, 6 games, but they're a good team. I get that Cleveland is Cleveland, and I'm sure the rest will help them try and keep it close. But
Flop!
Well, they're not doing that right now.
yeah, right now the score is. Oh, it fucking blanked out on me. Come on now. 61-41 in the third. So the Pacers are destroying them, and I hope that continues. Actually, as a matter of fact, can we take whatever they win by and add it to the next game and give them a good lead to start
I am
with.
concerned by the Pacers' performance in this one because I think this will be a wake-up call to LeBron. I think in the next game we're probably gonna get our fucking teeth kicked in.
Yeah, probably.
But I'll get to that when it comes to me.
Well, we've if we continue to hold on to this game, we'll have home field or home court advantage.
Yeah, we will still home court if we can hang on.
Yeah. So
Zach, Cavs Pacers, who wins and how many?
I have Pacers in 5.
And
Damn.
5?
In 5.
damn, you gonna put fuck LeBron?
Shit. 5? Who the hell have you been talking to?
I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. I think that the Pacers have been one of the funnest teams to watch this year.
I love your confidence. This makes me so happy.
But
I just want Cleveland out. I don't
the
care how they
Pacers,
get out.
it's not like they don't have weapons. They have Sabonis, they have Miles Turner, they have Depot,
Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson whispering sweet nothings and LeBron's here to throw them off. They have pieces and they can put up points, but the biggest issue for the Pacers has always been consistency.
Yeah.
And that's, we take one step forward and then the next game we get blown out by fucking 50.
In fairness, they've been consistently beating the shit out of Cleveland this year. So, outside of that one game, which I hope is an anomaly. So,
But you're going to pick the massive upset.
Massive upset in 5.
man,
Steven?
I think it'll be Cavs in 6. I don't want it to be Cavs in 6. I would like her to be the Pacers, but I just
communist.
I right now, people say that, you know, the refs don't help win games. I call bullshit. There's no way that they're not going to let LeBron get at least to the conference finals. And I have my prediction for the conference finals, but we'll say that
That'll be
for a
later.
little later. Yeah.
We're going to get to it,
But I'm
promise.
still saying it'll be Cavs in 6. Honestly, I'd like for the Pacers to clean sweep them, but just to send a statement to LeBron.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Then
Right.
Anybody not in Cleveland.
Yep.
Then he can go hidey hole back to wherever the fuck he wants to go next, so he can try and steal rings because he's not.
Well, he might be going. Never mind. I'll say it
'Cause
later.
he's not-
Do you have anything else you want to add to that? Or?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Because he's one of the least loyal people in fucking basketball.
As much as it pains me, I'm going to take the Cavs in 7.
Well, at least you got to 7.
Like I said, it's going to be one of these, I think, type of series where they're going to trade, I think, probably blowout losses.
Well, in all reality, if there's one team who can get into LeBron's head,
It's Lance Stevenson.
it's the Pacers.
Yeah.
Because he's flat out said he hates playing the Pacers. Because
Well, they play physical.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
He
playing
doesn't
physical.
like that.
Huh, that's why
If
he
you-
wouldn't be good in the fucking early 90s.
But
He'd be a crying little bitch.
what I do want to add, LeBron is going to be the best player in this series, and I think that's going to eventually lead them to have the edge. And it's going to be the next round for me, Raptors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Unless they make him cry like a little bitch and he doesn't fucking play. Turn up the heat. He cramps up and then he has to sit out.
You know, that is a beautiful segue because the next game is the Sixers and the Heat.
How about that?
Who you got? How many
Sixers
games?
easily. Sixers easily. I think it's going to be 5.
You're going to trust the process and
Oh, fuck. They have been so fucking good this year.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God. They have 5 players that have scored, 1,000 points this year? All 5 have scored 1,000 points apiece, I think. It's fucking ridiculous.
so you're going to take the Sixers and 5?
Sixers and 5.
Zach?
Easy money.
Sixers and 4.
Another clean sweep.
This is going to be a quick playoff. Zach has his way about it.
They're gonna.
Anything you want to add to that, or you're just going
He
to...
just doesn't want basketball to be exciting this year.
No, Ben Simmons, man. Holy shit. Just incredible how...
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, and some of those guys, are just
JJ
coming...
Redick,
Yeah.
you know.
JJ Redick is having a
JJ Redick
renaissance
plays for the
here.
Devil School. He did!
Can't be happy for the man. He's making a great comeback.
Steven,
What?
Jesus.
your pick?
Dick.
Sixers and 5.
Sixers and 5?
Sixers and 5. Trust the process. I'm pretty sure Philadelphia was ready to burn that city to the ground, and all of a sudden it worked.
It'll be a 5-alarm blaze if the Sixers win.
I'm going to take...
Considering the fact it'd be 3
Are you?
teams.
Did you have anything else you want to add before I make my...
Nah.
I'm going to take Sixers in a clean sweep 4.
Damn.
Sixers winning 4.
Don't fucking stick your tongue out at me like you're relevant.
I mean, I'm
Sit
going
down.
to trust the process on this one.
Pretty sure we all are trusting.
Up next is one Colin and I have a big vested interest in. That is our Boston Celtics against the Milwaukee Bucks. Colin, who wins and in how many?
Boston in 6.
You are hopeful as hell.
I am very hopeful.
And I appreciate the shit out of it.
This is the only time we're gonna get to cheer for Boston because next round we're gonna get fucking annihilated.
I will put this out there. If we would have stayed healthy, which
Oh.
unfortunately, there is no debate, we're at least coming out of the East.
Yeah.
You-
Which, by the way,
Possibly.
there's no possibility.
no, and I mean,
Unless the refs like fucking hand out Cleveland fucking free
Right.
throws like candy.
Right, but the thing is, though, is that Kyrie proved a point this season, minus him getting injured. Sorry, he is a team leader, and that's what he did.
And there were games
And
where
he also,
rallied them.
he also proved the point to the reporters and to us that he can lead the team without LeBron. He led the team when they were down in Cleveland.
Now,
Here's my biggest thing. When Kyrie gets traded to Boston, you had a lot of Cleveland fans, you had a lot of other NBA fans taking a shit on Kyrie and just dogging on him, saying, well, you needed LeBron. I go back and watch that Golden State game. I didn't see LeBron hit that game-winning shot. That was Kyrie. And he was good enough to be on the team when you guys won the title, but when he goes elsewhere, he's a piece of shit.
also, let's be real. Don't see LeBron and his precious Cavs sitting in the number 2 seed. I believe they're battling and getting their ass whooped in the number 4 seed, proving that LeBron isn't as fucking good.
But this also proved, too, that you can't build the super team and still do well.
Yep.
I mean,
There's
seriously.
There's
I
too
am-
many egos.
I am very interested to see what they do next year. I mean, I've already moved on to next year with Boston and see what Gordon Hayward brings to the table. We didn't get to see really anything.
You gotta see about
I
5
can-
minutes.
I'm actually
Not even that.
I'm interested to see what him and Kyrie do and to see if Gordon Hayward is actually the true leader and Kyrie just had to. I mean, Gordon basically ran his own team already in Utah.
But you know
if I
what,
recall
though?
correctly.
Kyrie proved he can do it.
Yeah.
Kyrie
people
proved
out.
that he can run a team on his own.
Yeah.
So that we got completely sidetracked. You're taking the Celtics
Sorry.
in
6.
6?
Milwaukee in 6.
I hate you.
I don't think Boston's got it. Not with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward being out.
Well, we know who's not going to be on the podcast next week.
Steven?
You watch your mouth.
Don't you dare think for yourself.
I know, right?
How
No,
dare you?
I'm gonna say Boston in 7.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, Boston has been very. Not Boston, damn it. Milwaukee has actually been very, very good, especially with the Greek Freak and everything.
You want to say his name on the podcast for us, Steven? We'll take a
No,
crack at
because
it?
I don't know how to say it.
It's a kid of Popo.
Yeah, just the Greek Freak. That's all I got right now.
Good. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, he very good.
He's very good. He can't. Nobody can
but
spell his name, but he's very good.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, mine is Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. I don't see them going very far. You'll get past the first round, but I'm sorry, but if you guys run into the Sixers next round, y'all go home. No offense. I mean that with all due respect.
We're
But
gonna run with the Sixers.
Yeah.
I mean this with all due respect.
If we win, we're going to run into the Sixers.
And the 76ers right now are on a hot streak.
Yeah.
And what was it, like 15 wins? 16
It was something.
17 in a row.
17 in a row?
Yeah, they're a good
No?
team.
Sorry.
So
Incredibly good team.
I'm going to take Boston in 7. You said 7, right?
I said so.
Okay, I'm going to take him in 7 as well. There's going to be games where Giannis gets his, and he got it. He hit 35 and I believe 15.
Yeah.
Monster performance.
Dub.
Damn near walked away with the win. My thing is, I feel if we lose home court,
But you will. That's the point.
You.
if we
such
would,
a
I honestly felt if we would have
negative Nancy.
lost today, I would have picked Milwaukee in 5.
Yeah.
But the big thing about like Boston games is that crowd is so passionate and for Boston. that it does make it a very difficult place to play in.
Yep.
I fully believe that we'll win this series in 7, and we're playing a hell of an opponent, a very, very talented opponent. But I believe in the end, Boston in 7. So that concludes the East portion of this. Are you guys wanting to do like we completely knock the East out and then move to the West?
Yeah,
Might
let's do
as
that.
well.
Yeah,
Okay,
might as
okay,
well.
that's okay. So in the next round, you would have the Pacers and the Raptors.
Yes.
Who wins how many?
Raptors in 6. Pacers are good. That's just too much talent. Toronto's, I think, pretty good. They had those slumps. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. They'll recover from it. And once they get this first round matchup out of the way, they'll be fine. So, no big deal.
Zach, you had Pacers and Raptors.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Raptors in 5. I just don't think.
yeah.
I don't think the Pacers,
I forgot.
DeRozan,
I thought he'd
and
pick Cleveland.
some of those guys that get out and run, and you're not going to be able to keep up with them.
Steve?
I would have had Raptors and Cavs.
Yes.
Cavs in 5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm going to completely agree with him. I'm going to say the Cavs in 5.
Here's the thing with the Raptors. They're very talented and they're very good, and I believe they are 8 deep, if I'm not mistaken, on their bench.
They're good, yeah.
Their front 5
They're very,
and
very
their
good.
3 shooters. The problem is you had
The
a
rest.
chance. No. They had a chance. They were up 12 points with 5 minutes to go to shut LeBron up, and they couldn't do it. And they were at home.
yeah, but how many of those were blown calls
It
or
doesn't-
calls on LeBron?
No. Seriously, you shouldn't have been put in that position.
You're free. He's going to hit you.
It doesn't
Crossing.
matter. If you get constantly, LeBron goes to the hole and you are trying to set and take a charge.
LeBron can't shoot free throws for more than 2 seconds. If he gets 3, he's going to miss 2.
He's going to get the
I
call
remember
every damn
Who-
time.
Okay, but if you don't make the free throw, what does the call matter?
Did he?
It would matter a lot because the fouls would rack up and then...
Well, yeah, but if
You got
LeBron sucks at shooting free throws.
Yeah, he proved that against Philadelphia, didn't he? First off, that proves that he's a piece of shit. That proves, like he sat there.
LeBron,
Listen to this.
of yours.
No, me and Skip Bayless are best friends. I just had to cover it. No, this piece of shit literally shot a free throw, missed it, and went, I don't give a fuck. Like, then why the fuck are you playing basketball? Get the fuck off the court. There's people that want to play more than you do. I mean, you should be pissed off that you missed and you cost yourself a fucking game. And they were playing for 3rd place at that point.
3rd seed, you mean?
Yeah, the 3rd seed. Fuck it, it's the same thing. They were still playing for the fucking 3rd seed to play an easier opponent. So I honestly hope they lose to the Pacers just so that they can sit there and go, well, if you'd have been fucking actually gave a shit about your team at that point and got the 3rd seed, you could have played an easier opponent instead of playing a team that you were going to get your ass kicked by.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck LeBron, he's a piece of shit.
So, that is a very strong...
Opinion?
yeah.
Yeah, go.
So we both, I agreed with Steven. I'm going to say the Cavs win that in 5. I do think in one of these games between the Raptors and the Cavs that the Raptors will probably treat them how the Pacers are currently treating them. But I think ultimately in the end, again, LeBron, Kevin Love, Rodney Hood, and those boys are going to eventually be too much for Toronto. Moving on to the next round would be the Process versus the Boston Celtics. Boston would have home court for what that will matter.
Process of 5. I think Boston will get lucky and steal a game in Boston, but it's not even going to be close. I mean, Philly's just too fucking good. I think it's Philly easily.
Zach?
I've got Philly in 6.
Against the Bucks?
They would
You
beat
picked the Bucks, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I still think it might be 6 games. Because I'm sure Milwaukee will wind up stealing at least 1.
I mean, that's fair. Steven?
Process in 5. I'm sorry, yeah.
I'm going to say the Process in 6.
You're giving Boston 2 games? You are too much of a fan.
It's fair though. It's
Here's
not
some-
out of the realm of possibility.
While yes, there is no Kyrie or Gordy suiting up. There's still Horford, there's still Tatum, there's still Brown, there's still Rozier. And Marcus Smart, I believe, will be back by the second round, assuming that they make it that far. They have pieces to score. The problem is the teams that we're going to be going against are capable of going off for huge runs and points.
Right.
I don't think 2 games is out of the realm of possibility. I think it's perfectly fair to say against the 76ers, we could get 2 games with what we have right now. But I'm going to say that Philly does ultimately win in 6. So that would make it the...
Sixers and Raptors for him.
Sixers. Process is going to the fucking NBA Finals. I have them going to the Finals in 7. I think it's going to be a good series.
In 7?
I do too. Process on 7.
Because I have the Cavs and 76ers. Process would have home field advantage.
Home court, bro.
Home court, whatever. Same damn thing. I'm going to say process in 6.
By the way, they do have a cap in the NBA. I looked it up. Just to make sure.
I'm going to say process in 6.
Process in 6. Cavs in 6.
Ugh.
Can we kick him off?
I hope you're the most wrong fucking person on the planet.
Look, I'm not a big LeBron James fan. I'm actually not a LeBron James fan at all. But
I would hope
again,
not. You're sitting in the table.
I am not blind
You're sitting in the table with
to
Skip
what
Bayless's
he is
best friend.
capable of doing in
With the
games.
rest.
In games. I think it's going to end up being... We've talked a lot about it, the youth movement, and I think that's going to be against them, against a veteran team.
He's making me want to vomit.
These guys on the Cavs, man, these are battle-tested guys. These are proven champions. I honestly think experience is going to trump luck. And yes, Stevie.
So, after this whole year in sports, Super Bowl being veteran versus rookie wins. Okay, NCAA, Nova versus Michigan, and then the veterans win. Now you'll have veteran versus rookie again.
Mm-hmm. Somewhat of a thing going, yes.
It is.
This might be Philly's year.
Oh, by the
They
way,
would
and
be-
if my prediction holds true in hockey, it'll be rookie
Four.
versus veteran again.
Vegas and
versus Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. I mean, I'm just,
I didn't even think about it doing it that way.
Yeah, but I mean,
it just kind of worked out.
So you guys have the
process.
76ers going to the finals.
Yeah, because
I
we're
have-
intelligent.
I have the Cavaliers going to the finals.
Mhm.
I hope all the refs actually call it fairly and don't sit there and suck off LeBron for
So
3 hours.
this
That's
brings
what they do.
this brings us to
What?
the West, which will be a very competitive West.
Good God.
We'll start with the number 1 Rockets versus the Timberwolves. And Colin, who wins and in how many?
Rockets in 5. Minnesota's going to steal one at home, I think. But
They got some bad boys in Minnesota.
Mhm. Which, before, when they made that trade for Jimmy Butler, I actually called him at least making the playoffs this year. I got one right.
No one.
we did not do very well on our baseball picks as of right now. Kind of ugly, but yeah, they'll still win. But Houston's just fucking phenomenal. They're the best team. in the
Are you
league.
at all
They're-
worried about the Chris Paul playoff
No.
course?
Nope.
Not
Just
this year.
just trade him somewhere else for a couple weeks, and they'll be fine.
No, I honestly think. Go on, I'll go mine.
Zach?
Zachariah.
Rockets at 5.
Oh,
I don't think anybody's going to have fun trying to stop James Harden because, my God, some of the step back shots and broken ankles later.
Broke old boy's ankles a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. I just think the Rockets have more talent.
Steve?
I'm gonna go Rockets in 5. And I kind of wanted to bring up the whole Chris Paul curse. Chris Paul's always had to lead the team on his own. He doesn't have to do that this time.
No.
He's got James Harden to do that for him. You can literally take the weight off of Chris Paul's shoulders now. And I think he can just go out there and play.
You gonna?
Well, to play devil's advocate, because I think this will be fun. What if Harden's having a cold night, and then Paul's got to step up?
Right, but
Do you think that in the playoffs, given all the woes,
I think he
That he can-
flourishes.
exercise those demons?
I think he can because here's the thing. When he was in LA with Griffin was garbage. But he always had to lead the team, and he always had to be the playmaker. There was really,
Well,
there
he was
was
a point guard, so yes.
Well, right, but what I'm saying was like, in LA, he was the only one who could do that. He would make the plays, but when you have somebody who can set the plays for you, and all you have to do is just make them and execute them, that helps out the other point guard as well.
Well, and the one thing he has is, arguably, he has the greatest player that he's ever played with, as well, in James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take the Rockets in 5?
Yeah, Rockets in 5.
I'm going to take Rockets in 4.
Damn.
It's going to be a sweep.
Hmm.
I think.
Does your wife have anything to do with this?
No, I think James Harden's a top player in the league,
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably going to win the MVP.
He should.
I think he's winning MVP. Great team. You got Ryan Anderson. You've got
Gordon Hayward should win the MVP because without him, if we had him, Boston would be a champion.
But you've got Clint Capella, you have Chris Paul, you have Ryan Anderson, you have James Harden, and that's a really good core on the team. And they can score like nobody's business. And if James Harden gets hot,
Good luck.
you're not going to match. There's a specific amount of players in the league that could match him point for point if he got on a hot streak. And I don't see, no disrespect to Minnesota, they've turned things around, they've actually got back into the playoffs, but I do not see a person on that team to win a track meet with James Harden and the Rockets. So I am confident in saying the Rockets in 4. Up next, what we got here?
Thunder and Jazz.
Thunder and Jazz, 4 versus 5, and Thunder's the 4 seed. Colin, who wins and how many?
Thunder and 6. Paul George, Russell Westbrook. That team's fucking phenomenal. I think if they were in the East, OKC would probably be a 1 or a 2 seed. I think that's how good they are. They're just in the West, which is 10 times better than the East. Especially now that the East is fucking LeBron James and nothing right now, because half the 2 top teams don't really have. One of them's injury woe, and the other one struggles a lot. And they said that 15 of the top 16 teams in the NBA are all in the West, so the
So
West
you're
is just a more
You're
difficult
taking them in 6.
6.
Thunder?
Yep.
Zachy?
I'm going to play the devil's advocate here. I'm going to go Jazz in 7, and this is the reason why. Russell Westbrook is going to try to take over. He's going to try to lead for a triple-double every single night. He's going to forget how to pass the ball. We've even seen that late in the season, especially in the last 5 games. Paul George has an easy rebound. He's going up for it. Russell jumps in front of him to grab it. I think he is playing MVP caliber, but I agree with Skip Bayless here.
He's selfish.
He's selfish, and it's MV me. I don't think the Jazz, or even if the Thunder win, they're not going to make it out of the second round. So I'm going to go Jazz in 7.
Not with that West.
I'm going to go Jazz in 7
Jazz in 7?
because I think they actually play team basketball.
Steven?
OKC in 6.
Really? Okay. Wanna...
While yes, Russell Westbrook will probably take over some games, but I also think he will need to, because I think George or Melo will have a cold night. He will have to take over for it.
Carmelo's been cold on a few occasions.
Right.
He still thinks he's in New York.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take the.
I'm gonna take Thunder in 6.
That's fair. I went back and forth with this one because I think this is one of those coin flip games where either one could win. But I will agree with Zach here. I'm going to take the Jazz in, I'll say 6. I'll give it to the Jazz in 6. When this big three was formed, there were a lot of questions about chemistry, egos. Carmelo goes on these spells where it's just he'll start jacking shots, and he gets cold, and he'll shoot. Carmelo Anthony does not play motherfucking defense.
Nope. That's why the Knicks are so terrible and we're so terrible for so fucking long.
Paul George he's a really good player, made better by Russell Westbrook's appearance.
Mm-hmm.
It's no question Russell is going to be the most valuable player to have in this series. However, I will take the team unit, as Zach pointed out, of the Jazz to beat them in 6. Up next, we have the Pelicans versus the Trailblazers, with the Pelicans already up 1-0. Anthony Davis doing work last night. Colin, who's winning that series?
I didn't do as much information on this. Man, this could go either way. It was a close game. 97-95 was the final. They're both pretty decent teams. God, it's weird saying the Pelicans, but I'm going to go with the Pelicans in 7. So,
Zach?
Blazers in 6.
he just contradicts me every time.
I mean, the Blazers have good players. And
No,
they're not a bad
disputing
team.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard can play.
Yeah.
He plays very good. So you're
I'm gonna go in 6. I don't know. To me that's a coin flip. That to me is a series I could care less about until you get into the next round.
Steve?
Pelicans in 6. I feel like the Pelicans are playing really good basketball, and they have been for the longest time. They have, a lot of good players around Anthony Davis.
Well, having Anthony Davis is the big thing too.
Hmm?
I said having Anthony Davis is big
Yeah,
too.
and he's a team leader, and he shows it on the court and everything. I just don't think the Blazers have enough to stop him.
That's fair. You have anything else you want to add to that?
Nope.
I would agree with the New Orleans winning, with the exception of one thing. I have doubts, and the part that scares me is this has not happened yet, so it's due, and I don't want it to happen, but it just kind of tends to happen this way. Anthony Davis has a huge injury history. I would love to see New Orleans advance and make a nice run, maybe get to the finals. I do not see them beating the Blazers in a series. I am going to take the Portland Trail Blazers to win in 6. Nothing against New Orleans, but I'm just so hesitant to pick against a team that they've already lost Boogie. Mm-hmm. Losing Anthony Davis would be the nail in the coffin. That's it. You're not coming back from that.
I'll agree.
That is GG.
If Davis goes down, then it will be Trailblazers.
But I'm saying, even if Anthony Davis stays healthy, I just think in the long game, I think Portland's going to get him in the long game. But regardless, I'm going to take Portland win in 6. So the next game is the Warriors versus the San Antonio Spurs.
That game was a joke.
Whoop them silly!
Wasn't as big as the Philly game, but because Philly beat Miami by 27. But
So who you got, Colin?
Golden State sweep. Golden State 4. San Antonio's not very good anymore.
Not since Kawhi decided to sit down.
Yeah.
Their team
That's
is
what I was gonna
basically
say.
Kawhi has ceased to exist, and that team without Kawhi is a bunch of nappers. I mean, they don't to steal from what your wife calls them. Yeah, they don't. They're not good right now. They're not good. They made it in good for them. They're not going to go very far.
Zach?
I've got Golden State in 4. No, there's really no need to explain that one. We've pretty much nailed that.
And I'm pretty sure Steph Curry's not even in the
Not
first
yet.
round.
Nope, not yet.
You're going to get swept by a team that doesn't even have their leading score.
Well, hold the fuck up. This isn't just some Steph Curry team. They're like
You got Kevin Durant on that
Durant,
team too.
I know.
Draymond Green, Klay Thompson.
Their team is stacked.
Yeah, they're not hurting for talent.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Warriors in 4.
Warriors in 4?
Good lord. He's gonna pick San
I
Antonio.
am absolutely appalled that you three have no faith in one of the greatest basketball coaches,
because he doesn't have a team.
maybe of all time.
Oh, I don't know if I
He's
can
got
go
him
that
on the
far.
bench napping.
Exactly.
I do not think Greg Popovich will get swept. I think the Warriors will win, but I think the Warriors win in 5. I do not see San Antonio getting swept. I can't be that disrespectful to fucking Greg Popovich. He is
He gonna get swept.
he is an amazing head coach.
They
He
gonna
gonna
get
get-
swept.
He would get swept.
5, 4, 4 1. I was trying to say 5 games. 5 games, 4-1.
He's like,
So, in the next round, you had the Rockets and the Thunder.
yes,
Who wins? How many?
Rockets in 5.
Rockets 5.
It's the Rockets, man. Rockets are not going to be denied this year. I don't feel.
And the
He's
Rockets
got-
and the Jazz. I'm going to say Rockets in 5.
Anything you want to add on to that? Or?
No, I don't think Utah has enough talent, and I think with James Harden and Chris Paul, you're going to want to give them a track meet, and I don't think Utah's going to be ready to hang with those guys. So you have a 7-footer who can't really run, and Rudy Gobert. So I would say Houston 5.
Steve, you had the Rockets and Thunder, correct?
I'm gonna say Rockets.
Sometime this millennium.
I'm gonna say Rockets in 7.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to say Rockets in 7. I don't.
You know James Harden's not suspended the second round, right?
No, but I just.
Even then, I think they'd still be fine.
No, I don't know. It's just, I think that's when Russell Westbrook will just start to take over and start to play one of his old teammates, and then Chris Paul will have to take over one of the games. That's why I feel like Harden will have a cold night in that series.
You're going to have a few of them if they're going to 7.
Yeah.
Well, but I think
gonna need
Paul
3.
will have a cold night, Harden will have a cold night, and then
All right. But, I mean, these are different opinions, and this is good to have. We're not just, like,
right.
roboting this. Like, no. I'm going to take Rockets in 5
Okay.
against, I picked Utah. So I think Rockets in 5.
Good lord. What
So
an interesting round this was. Hey, let's watch the Rockets destroy
next-
teams.
the next one would be, you had the Pelicans, right?
Yes.
And the Warriors?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do you got?
Steph Curry will be back probably by then.
Most likely.
This is another 5-gamer. Golden State in 5. Pelicans aren't going to be able to keep up with Steph and Kevin and the whole gang, Clay and everybody. So it's not even close. And Draymond, you know, when he's not,
Taking people of Dick Kick City.
beating the shit out of people.
Zach, what do you got?
I had the Trailblazers and the Warriors, and I had the Warriors in 4.
Okay.
Damn, he's sweeping people.
He wants these playoffs fucking
Well,
done.
I just don't think
He is so tired of these ones.
I don't.
Take it home.
I just don't think Portland's doesn't have a chance. Especially if you have, even if one person goes down with a cold night, you got 3 other people.
No, I'm okay with this. Let the playoffs go really quick. That way I can get back to hockey and care more about a better sport. So
Well, Steven, who do you got?
And Warriors and Pelicans. Warriors in 6.
wow, he just got these games going fucking long. Stop it. I like his idea better. Short and sweet, so we can get rid of it.
I've got
Move on to next year.
I've got Blazers and Warriors. I'm gonna say Warriors in 7.
awfully long.
This ain't about you. This ain't about you, motherfucker.
He wants to care about hockey again is what he wants.
Listen, you're out your fucking mind. With Steph Curry back? No, they'll be fine.
And 7.
No.
Have you ever watched Damian Lillard play basketball?
He ain't Steph Curry or Klay Thompson.
He's pretty fucking good.
Okay, well he's got to take on 4 of them. What else does he have?
There's
Is it just
other-
Damian Lillard?
No, there's other,
Damian Lillard?
Who gives a fuck what his name is? He's
there's,
gonna get
other,
swept.
there's other people on that team. I still have the Warriors winning, but they're gonna have to earn it in this.
No, they're not. Fuck out of here.
They're not going to earn it until like conference finals.
So well, we're in the conference finals right now. We have the Rockets, and we all picked the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Everybody picked the Rockets and Warriors.
Colin, who wins and how many?
Rockets in 6. I think this will be a great fucking series. I think the Rockets win it though. I think James Harden goes fucking ballistic.
I'm gonna say Golden State in
You're
7.
fucking high.
I'm
You're
gonna
talking
say,
MJ, haven't you?
man, it's hard.
Crazy.
Crazy.
That's a hard one to pick, and I just think Chris Paul's gonna be needed often. I don't think he'll show up in a couple of those games in the conference finals.
Steven, it's going to be an 8-game series, I assume, at this point.
Can't happen. I'm gonna go. What? What'd you say?
It would need to be an odd number.
Right.
You know what?
9. No.
If one of these games goes into triple overtime like he thinks it's going to,
I'm gonna say Rockets in 7.
fucking called it. It's gonna be, every
I
series
know,
is
like
long.
that series will probably be the best series that happens
All year.
in the playoffs.
I think it's going to be better than the finals.
I will agree.
I've got the Rockets in 6.
Wow, I'm the only one. Damn.
That's because we all are intelligent and we know what we're fucking doing. Just kidding, buddy. I
So
love
your finals would be the
Philly and Houston. Philly and Houston and 6. Sorry, yeah. Not that fucking
I was
crazy.
about to fucking say.
not that fucking crazy. Houston and 6.
Houston in 6.
Golden State in 5.
Gets 2?
Philly.
Philly?
Process.
Okay.
We
We all
got
have
process.
process? Okay. Except for you, because you're fucking stupid.
I'm gonna go Houston in 6.
He gonna play fucking LeBron.
I have
LeBron.
LeBron meeting James Harden.
And the refs. LeBron and the refs.
Rockets in 5.
Whoa.
You know
Rockets
what?
in 5.
You know what? After last year, I'd buy it.
Uh-huh.
Cleveland got fucking annihilated by Golden State, and the only reason that they made it to 5 games is because of the refs. They literally said there was a rumor going around that the refs got paid more if they got to a game 5, and that the rumor was that they intentionally threw a fucking game to Cleveland just so they could get to game 5. Because Golden State destroyed them in the
Yeah.
other 4 games. Like, it wasn't even fucking close. And then so mysteriously Cleveland won 1 game out of the blue, and
Well, wasn't
there was
they
a
one
little
way
bit. There was some interesting.
Didn't they win that game
circumstances.
and it sent it back to Oracle?
Something like that, yeah. It was one of those, like, it was going to be a sweep, and there were some curious circumstances.
Some chicanery going on.
Yeah,
Henry.
yeah. I don't know for sure, but apparently the rumor was they got a bonus if they got to 5 games. I'm like, why would you fucking tell them that?
Well,
If Golden State is going to sweep them, like Golden State sweep
in the
them.
in the 4th quarter here, with 8 minutes left, the Pacers are up
By 10.
10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mine's at 11 something. But, oh no, I'm sorry. With 8 minutes left, they're up by 14. Yeah, they got down, it's close to 8 there at the end of the 3rd quarter. It was like, alright, let's stop that shit right about now, please.
There's some off-season rumors going on that LeBron's
Gone.
Going. Oh, of course. He wants-
Now, there have been some teams that have been in the mix for like rumors on where he might go. LA was discussed. I do not think he's going to go to LA. I do not think he wants to deal with the LeVar Ball train, and I don't blame him.
I wouldn't either, because that is a waste of time.
The other team that keeps interjecting themselves into this is the Houston Rockets. I will tell you this right now. If LeBron James joins up with James Harden and Chris Paul, and you have Clint Capella and them all together, unless someone dies,
It's going to be a terrible fucking season. It's going to be the worst fucking season to watch, because it's just going to
there is also a scenario in which Paul George goes there as well.
their ratings should
Drop.
plummet to fucking basement. Because at that point, I would literally sit there and say, we need to fix them with basketball, and you only get, I don't know how they would fix it.
Well, the problem is if they go as free agents, there's really nothing that the league can do. If they were traded, they could be vetoed. They did veto a Chris Paul trade to the Lakers.
Yeah.
But that came under some serious
That was when Kobe was there too.
No, I think it was because I think it was because the league owned one of the teams.
David Stern owned the Hornets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that was vetoed. Now,
Oladipo has 27, by the way.
but
Putting up some points.
I mean, that's I think that pretty much wraps up everything we have for this episode. Of the
Well,
Four Corners.
but I also heard that Philly was really trying to get LeBron as well.
We'll see.
Could you imagine
Send
a
it-
super team in Philly?
Send him to a shitty team like Brooklyn. That way I don't have to care about him.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
It sounded like Birkland.
No, Brooklyn.
They got a new expansion team.
send LeBron there. Where I don't have to worry
He's the
about
only
him.
member.
Yeah.
Right.
He plays by himself, and everybody gets to throat punch him.
All right.
I hate
Well,
LeBron.
that's it for this episode, guys. I think we
Yeah.
did pretty good.
I think I'm okay with it. Go hockey. Hockey's better.
So for Scott,
Stop
Steven.
shaking your fucking
Zach.
Colin.
this has been another episode of the Four Corners Podcast, and we will see you guys next week with our State of the WWE podcast. So,
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a double.
Double upload.
We're recording 2 next week, and we're gonna upload 2 next week. One pretty early, and then the other one later in the week.
Yep.
We're also
So-
gonna do a WrestleMania review, because why the fuck not?
Also, I do want to send one quick shout out here at the end. I want to send a special thank you to Rampage Radisson for being kind enough to help kind of do the inaugural sit down interview series that we did.
Yeah.
And doing the contest for Abyss was a very nice gesture on his end.
Yeah, he sat there and he's like, "Hey, you want to come over at 1 o'clock and record?" I'm like, "You fucking out of your mind? I'm gonna be sleeping."
All right, but guys, seriously, thank you guys. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us out a lot. And for all of us here, we will see you guys next week.